This is China's strangest airline. The livery, the seats,
the uniforms, the napkins, the cutlery,
even the toilets. All of it pandas. And somehow this is how I ended up getting to Australia.
Well, good morning from Bangkok Airport in Thailand. I'm off to Australia today, a place that's normally about an 8 or a 9 hour non-stop flight from here. But you know me, we don't do things the easy way. And instead of that, to get to Australia, well, I'm going via China on a little known Chinese airline. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, as it turned out, quite a lot, but I had no time to worry about that because it was time to head inside and get checked in for flight 1 of the day.
It seems that I might have hit my first roadblock already. You see, I managed to book a seat on the flight, but you can't choose seats on the website. That technology hasn't made it to that part of China yet. What I do know is that business class is completely booked solid, so I'm here like 4 hours before the flight, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I might be able to get a window seat. Otherwise, this could be a very boring video indeed, couldn't it? I am really early. I don't even think the check-in's open yet. So we might be hanging around a little bit waiting for them to open, but I want to be first in line. Alrighty, we've got China Eastern going to Kunming. We've got Nepal Airlines going to Kathmandu, Myanmar going to Myanmar, and then Qantas going to Sydney. Where are my ultimate destinations? I could just get on the Qantas flight, couldn't I suppose? So we're not checking in yet, I think, is the answer to that problem.
I decided to go and get myself something to drink.
Hello. Thank you.
And after a while, it was finally time to start checking in for my flight to China.
All right, thank you. Good morning, how are you? Checking in. Yes, thank you. Please could I ask for a window seat on both flights? Yeah.
you have the visa to Australia.
It's visa free. I have my ETA. Thank you.
Okay, so this one is for the lounge reservation.
Okay, perfect.
Thai Airway lounge.
Thai Airways lounge,
yes,
okay.
boarding gate is 7, boarding time 5:35.
Okay.
Yeah, and both
1A in both.
window
Fantastic.
seat.
Thank you so much. Amazing. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye bye. Oh yes. Not only a window seat, but the window seat. 1A. King of the plane on both flights today, yes.
After security and a whopper I won't apologise for, it was time to head to the Thai Airways lounge, which, well, it smells like a wet dog. I'll drink up me water. I mean, that's water. With the lounge firmly behind me, I made my way down to the gate. Boarding wasn't far off, and from here it was just a short flight up to Chengdu in central China, where I'd be connecting onto another Sichuan Airlines flight to take me down to Sydney. Assuming, of course, everything went to plan.
And there is my ride across to Chengdu. It's an Airbus A321neo. First flight at about 2 hours, and then we jump on a really long flight on an A350. Looking forward to that one. But first, we've got to get to Chengdu in China. Let's go and get on board and see what it's like.
Now, this isn't actually the plane that I came for. The real reason I'm here is the next flight, Sichuan's A350, the Panda Express, which is supposedly covered in pandas inside and out, although there is a small sneak peek here. But first, off to Chengdu.
Thank you.
Hello.
How are you? Now. Thank you. Thank you.
Window seat.
Window seat, perfect. Thank you. Unless that's heavy. Thank you.
So here we are then, settled into 1A, and the airline started gently to remind me where I was going. The pushback was on time, and 20 minutes later we were airborne and headed north. Pretty soon we were leaving the bright lights of Bangkok behind, and with the sun setting over on the horizon, it was time for the first dinner service of the night. Dinner looked like a mix of, well, pretty much everything in Chinese cuisine really, and of course there was the obligatory panda as well. I put some of the spicy stuff onto my rice and, well, it's fair to say it had the desired effect. After a relatively short couple of hours flight up to Chengdu, we were soon touching down at Tianfu International Airport in China.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye. Alright then, welcome to Chengdu Tianfu Airport. I'm ready for the main part of this journey because right now, after the lounge, We are off on Sichuan Airlines Airbus A350 all the way down to Australia on a 10-hour flight. So I'm super excited for this. Hello, how are you?
Please pay attention to your boarding house.
Okay, thank you. Is the lounge, is it open until my flight?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, if you don't close. That's good. Thank you. Cup of coffee because it's breakfast time for me. 8:30 in the morning, even though it's like 10 o'clock at night local time, and I've got some Chinese Coke. Chula. And then wait for the 10-hour flight down to Sydney, Australia, mate. I'm coming back. Now, while we wait for the Panda Express to start boarding, can I tell you how I actually pull off some of the trips that I do, like this one, flying weird airlines all over the world. I've been a Founders Card member for over 3 years now. It's a membership program with VIP treatment and insider pricing, usually with better deals than credit card programs or third-party sites. Think of it like getting the perks of a premium credit card without having to have the premium credit card. For me, the big ones are lounge access like the one I'm sitting in China, and the premium travel partners. I've used it on Aero for a semi-private flight, on JSX, on Blade, and Clear membership too, which gets me through airport security at airports all around America without the faff. Plus top tier status with Hertz, automatic status at top hotel chains with no spend requirements, and up to 70% off at luxury hotel brands. I've paid for it for 3 years now and renewed it twice, which should tell you everything you need to know about what I think of it. But if you want to try it, the link's in the description, and use my code NOELVIP. You can try the perks yourself with a free 1-year trial, and also have the option to upgrade to their Elite program for 70% off in your first week. Click the link down below or use my promo code to unlock the offer. Alright then, time to head down to the gate, where I am reliably informed by flight radar that my plane is awaiting me, and it's looks like it's going to be quite a cool plane as well. So let's go and check it out, because we are heading down under, baby, to Sydney. Let's go and get on board. So there is my ride across to Sydney today. Airbus A350, my favourite plane, and what a livery. It's in like a special panda livery. Everything about this airline, by the way, is pandas. There must be a lot of pandas around here in Chengdu. Must be the panda capital of China, I imagine, because everything's covered in pandas, not least the planes. And this one is covered in pandas. It's an Airbus A350 covered in panda bears. Let's go and get on board. I wonder if they serve panda for dinner. What panda bear tastes like? What does panda taste like? Thank you. Sure. Thank you. Bye-bye. There we go. Time to get on board the Panda Express. Hello, Shisha. Hello. Yes, thank you. Hello. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Oops, sorry, can't even mind that. There we go, thank you.
Okay.
There we go, now this one as well, I guess. Alrighty then, welcome on board the Panda Express to Sydney. And literally everything on this plane is panda themed. The seats, even the cushions, panda themed. I was half expecting to see a flight attendant show up in a panda onesie, but we've not had that yet. I don't think that happens until later in the flight. Or maybe I've just imagined that from another video I've seen, I don't know. But in any case, this is pretty nice. It's in a herringbone configuration. We've got a little storage cubby just here. Really crappy little earbuds. Really? It's a pretty nice configuration, honestly, for an A350. And it's got proper window blinds too, not just the ones that dim. I don't like the ones that dim, they annoy me. It's got proper slidey up and down ones anyway, which is pretty decent. It means I can open mine, yay, and annoy the entire cabin as I try to get a sunrise shot at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, the weirdest thing is though, Sichuan Airlines, on the last flight they did the same. I thought it was just that it was that flight and they'd left the drinks bottles out in the sun or something, but no, the water that you get when they board is not cold, it's like warm water. It's like drinking bath water with a hint of lemon. With my lemony bathwater consumed, it was soon time to push back from the gate and get on our way down under.
Alrighty then, airborne from Chengdu, heading to Australia, Sydney to be precise, on the Sichuan Panda Express A350. So far so good, quite a nice ride as always on an A350. This is quite a tired plane. To say it's an A350 though, I do have to say that. It's not in the best nick. There's sort of bits of masking tape holding bits together up there, and half the features on the in-flight entertainment don't work. I'll go through that a bit more later, but it's got cameras and stuff fitted to this plane. None of them work. The Wi-Fi's down as well. We can't use that on this flight for some reason. So yeah, there's several issues like that. But we've got Pandas, so what else do we need? But I am looking forward to the food though. The food on Sichuan, I've heard is very, very good. It wasn't too bad on the last flight, but hoping on this one it might be even better, so we'll see. Alrighty then, dinner time, and the appetizer has arrived. Of course we have panda related amenities. We have panda bear wipes, we have panda bear cutlery. I don't know what that is. That's not a panda bear, but I don't know, what is that? That's weird. That's like some squishy thing. Longzhu Danku. I've no idea, it's like baby food. Maybe I don't try that. We've got, looks like porridge, steamed dumpling, fruit. Is it yams? They call them yams? It's a bit like an onion. We do get nice chopsticks. Very nice. Here to go. Oh man alive, that's rank. Oh, that's horrible. I don't like that. That's a dumpling. I don't know what it's supposed to taste of. It's weird, man. Let's try the, is it porridge? Looks like it. It kind of looks a bit like wallpaper paste. But we'll give it a go. Tastes a bit like wallpaper paste too. I thought this food was supposed to be good. I don't like this. Well, it turns out that was all the food that we're getting at the minute. That wasn't the appetizer, that was it. That was the first meal, yeah. You know what, I'm actually glad I had that Burger King down in Bangkok earlier. There was clearly a reason why I was meant to have that Whopper earlier on. There's always a reason for a Whopper, and that was it today. Anyway, got a glass of water at least.
It's time for the Noel Phillips Lou Review.
Alright then, let's have a Lou review I suppose. This is the forward lav on the A350 and it's quite spacious, it's quite nice. We've got a mirror here, we've got a mirror there, we've got the pandas of course, because you can have a panda watching you on the loo with a nice little aeroplane over there, and more panda stuff down there, and the pièce de résistance. It is a loo with a view when it's daylight out at least. Otherwise, it's just a loo with a view of blackness. And yeah, there's an empty cabinet there. I don't know what's supposed to go there. We've got a sticky floor. I'm glad I've got my slippers, my Sichuan Airline slippers. The plane's cool, it's a panda bear plane. I mean, what, you can't go wrong with that. I think that's the only cool thing so far. Everything is a little bit like the food's not been brilliant. The cabin crew are nice, pleasant enough. The seats not great, but it's falling to bits, it's tired, it's battered. The whole plane is really, and it's strange because it's a relatively new plane. It's only like 7 or 8 years old, so yeah. Anyway, let's go back to my seat, see if I can get a bit of a power nap in, and then we'll get some work done. Although, with no Wi-Fi, that's going to be difficult, isn't it? But we'll see.
That was the Noel Phillips Lou Review.
As the sun started to creep above the horizon, we were finally approaching the coastline of Australia. And with most of the cabin fast asleep, I was hard at work. Right, we are getting there. We are nearly at Sydney. We are over Australia. Finally, this flight, by golly, has dragged on a lot. It's an overnight flight, everyone's asleep, so there's no service or anything overnight. So I'm just sat there working, and it just does drag a lot. You're just sitting in a dark cabin waiting for something. But hey, it's okay, we are over Australia, mate. Good eye.
Bonza. We are coming on Mount Isa. Mount Isa we're about to fly over. Been there. There should be some form of food service soon. They've just announced they're going to come around and start doing some food, so that'll be nice. We'll see what that's like, and then we can get on down into Sidus, baby. Now I have to say there is a lot to get used to about flying on these Chinese airlines, and I'm gradually picking it up each time I go through. The security restrictions each time, the restrictions on power banks every time you go through. I'm learning how that all works. One thing I can never get used to when I fly on a Chinese plane is the security guards. Every 30 minutes or so, the security guard walks through the cabin with a camera, and he's literally just pointing it either side of the aisle, pointing it in your face as he walks through. Every 30 minutes they do a sweep of the cabin, showing every single passenger's face, and it's like, okay, I get a feeling it's maybe to show that they are watching you, so be on your best behaviour, but it's still, it's creepy just having cameras just walking through the flight and just people sleeping and everything. They're just like taking videos of them and stuff like that. It's a bit different.
Now I know this isn't just a Sichuan Airlines thing. China Eastern, China Southern and Air China have all had this same thing on my flights with them too, but surveillance or not, it was soon time for breakfast, and I just hoped it might be edible this time.
It's exactly the same meal that we had on the A321 yesterday on the flight from Bangkok. At least I know what tastes good and what don't now. I know that bit don't taste nice. That bit definitely don't taste nice. This is okay. So, let's put some spice on me rice and a bit of soup first, and then we can tackle the rest of it. Yeah, this stuff, I don't know what this thing is, by the way, but it's rank. It's horrible. It's like salty, kind of squishy goo. It's mank, but the rest of it's not too bad. Let's give it a go. It'll be I can just tell now it's going to be a Hungry Jack's when I get down to Sydney, innit? And it's cold this time as well. It's all lukewarm. I do have to say though, it is not just me that says this food is rank. The lady that was sat at the side of me on the last flight messaged me on Instagram after she got home, and she said that even she called in somewhere to get food on the way home because the food was that bad. She's Chinese, from Chengdu. This is a staple diet, and even she said it was bad on the plane. So yeah, I think the food maybe isn't Sichuan Airlines' strong point, genuinely, which is a shame, because you'd think for an airline from that part of the world where food is such a big deal, such a good thing usually, you'd think that the food that they serve would be alright, wouldn't you? Alrighty then, finally, we have just begun our descent down into Sydney. We're running about an hour late as far as I can see on the flight map. Nobody said a word. That's the only thing with Chinese Airlines. You are completely in the blind. You are completely in the dark about any delays that happen or for anything at all like that. The flight deck crew never speak to the passengers on Chinese planes, or at least not on any of the flights I've had. I don't think I've ever heard from the captain or the first officer on the plane. For whatever reason, we're about an hour late. Right now we're over Tamworth, New South Wales, just beginning our descent down into Sydney, and I'll be so glad to get off this plane.
After 10 hours, 2 meals I'd rather forget, and more pandas than I could count, Sydney finally appeared underneath us. The Harbour Bridge, the Opera House, the end of the line. All that was left now was getting down. And boy did the pilot make sure that we knew we were down.
Thank you. I finally made it off that plane. That took forever, but we've made it. We're in Australia. That's where we are. Sidus. Oh, well, that was super easy. Through passport control in about 30 seconds, straight through the E-gates, and I'm in. It's like the first person in line, straight through. Bingo, bango. Bonza might. Right, now I've got to get across to Terminal 2 for my domestic transfer, and it looks like there's a bus. I think there's a bus between the two, so let's go and see if we can jump on that. Thank you.
Why, finally, KFC. It's been so long since I've had a nice KFC. They don't do decent KFCs in America. I'll be honest with you, even an American KFC right now is probably better than what we got on Sichuan Airlines. And yeah, Sichuan living up to their name. Really, they were not the best. Genuinely, didn't enjoy that. For the amount it cost, my expectations were much higher, if I'm completely honest. And honestly, it weren't that great. The cabin crew were decent enough when you actually saw them, I suppose. I don't know. Let me know what you thought to Sichuan Airlines, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.